Oh, hey, fisher folk. I was just going to go wade the flats. You know, wading the flats is the primary form of fishing that I do. And if it's one thing I know, it's wading the flats. It's taken me years to get down to the kit that you see me dressed in right now. So why don't we go over everything that I've got and that I'm wearing and get you ready to wade the flats. All right, here we go. It has taken me years to get this kit together, something that's really practical and works up in the flats. I do a lot of wading the flats. I'm just going to deconstruct what I'm wearing from the bottom all the way to the top. So let's start right at the bottom with footwear. Now you can go and buy really expensive footwear, but I just wear a pair of old scummy sneakers. Old scummy sneakers have got a really thick sole. You can step on oysters. I just wear them into the water. I don't really care. Just retire a pair of old sneakers. As far as socks go, if there's lots of little biteys in the water, and the midgies and the sandflies and everything, I put socks on for full ankle protection. I've been bitten around the ankles a lot, so socks or no socks, it depends. Obviously, if you've got no midgies or sandflies or anything like that in the water, then you can just go barefoot, which is obviously the nicest. Now these are like cheapo work pants. They've got them for like $30 from Target or Kmart, and I just wear them into the water. I don't care about them, wipe the fish, crap on these pants, whatever. Cheapo work pants from, a discount store. This is my favorite old Daiwa fishing shirt. You need some protection, obviously, so get yourself a fishing shirt. These are gloves. I just did a little throw up on gloves the other day. You can spend a fair bit of money on gloves, or you can just use some old work gloves. This is one of those really nice Daiwa, I'm going to cover my mouth up, face gaiters. The ones that pull up like this and look like you're going to rob a bank. They go right up over your head. Full protection. Really, really good. I think it's only Daiwa that does this style, rather than the ones that are just like a sock that a tube that you pull over your head. I highly recommend this Daiwa full face gaiter that pulls up right over. This is just a cheap floppy hat. Again, full sun protection, so when I pull this Daiwa gaiter up, have a look at that, right? I don't need sunscreen because I'm just fully protected. It's really just a little bit of uncovered skin there. That's how I rock out. All right, have we got all the clothing? We do. You see, wrapped over my shoulder is a sling bag. Sling bag, really important. And this is probably the only product on the market that actually does it properly. I'm going to do a separate review on this TT sling bag, but you need something that goes over your shoulder. I personally can't stand one of those full school style backpacks. They're just massive and you can't carry it out in the water. This has got some proper functionality to it. I'll do a proper review on this in the next couple of days, alright? Now, rods. How many rods are you going to take up the creek? It's always a question of one or two. Obviously, we would prefer to take 2 rods, but depending on how difficult the access is and your mood, you might just want to take 1 rod. One is easiest, particularly if you're carrying a net. If you are going to take 2 rods, then I highly suggest that you also put the other rod like this. Yeah, like that. Get one of those little neoprene covers. Both Daiwa and Shimano do really nice neoprene covers. I think they're about $12 at BCF. I own about 6 of them. They're really, really practical. These will stop the spool lip from being damaged when it's clanging against something else, which is what you're chasing there. Get yourself these little neoprene covers and use them. And what about a net? Do you carry a net or not? Well, if you're kind of wading a creek that's full of a lot of pristine sand, and you can just pull the fish, straight up onto the nice sand, you've got no chance of clipping an oyster or a rock, then you're all good, you don't need a net. But through bitter experience, I've learned to just carry a net. I'm just never worried about, hooking that big fish and what am I going to do? How am I going to get that fish out? And I've also come to a long-handled, wide-mouthed net. I chase a lot of flathead, and I've missed a couple of big flathead because I didn't have the right net. And so now I take this everywhere. This is just part of my kit. A long-handled, wide-mouthed net, so I'm never concerned about how I'm going to land that big fish. The other net style that I do carry sometimes is this. This is a short-handled, wide-mouthed net. Really good for kayak fishing. Off the boat, it's not too bad either. But again, you can get a decent sized flatty into this short-handled wide mouth net. I used to carry those small little nets that you could clip onto your waist belt, but I really found them just useless for any sort of size fish above a small brim. So I got rid of all my small nets. So always a wide mouth net, your choice as to whether it's short-handled or long-handled. Alright fisher folk, now I'm going to pop you on the tripod and turn you around, and we're going to have a look inside the sling bag. Let's see what's essential to take when we're wading the flats. Alright, I'm a big fan of this TT sling bag. I'll do a separate review in the next couple of days and demonstrate at length why this is an excellent product. But here's what we need to take, things that I can't do without when we go wading the flats. Okay, let's quickly look in the front pocket there. I'm a soft plastics fisherman, so we need jig heads. No guesses for what's going to be in the second pocket there. If we have got a whole lot of jig heads, I need to take a variety of plastics. And we're going to take some colours that cover dark water and clear water. I've always been surprised sometimes. You get down there, it's a bit different to what you think. In this main pocket, if I'm taking plastics, there'll normally be a small little box in there that's full of some hard bodies and a couple of other bits and bobs just in case the plastics aren't doing the do. But we are going to take a measure mat. Not essential, but hey, you catch that big fish, you probably want to get it on the measure mat. Lip grips. I chase a lot of flatheads, so lip grips are an essential for me. Scissors. So you only need really one pair of scissors, but I take two. Take the braid scissors and a normal pair of scissors. Soft plastics fisherman, always with the S factor. The S factor is the bomb scent. Some spare leader. You're wading the flats, you're probably going to need to retie, so you do need some spare leader. Is that all that's in there? It is. Alright, so we don't take much. I'll talk about that in a sec. And a quality pair of pliers. Okay, this is what we need. Now, what are the benefits of just carrying a sling bag rather than a massive backpack and a whole lot of other crap? Well, I've got a specific rule when I'm wading the flats that I can only take what goes in the bag. How many times have you gone out fishing and you take, a supermarket's worth of stuff, and you only use about 10% of it? Based on that rule, if it doesn't fit in the sling bag, I don't take it. So it forces me to cull my gear down and only take the essentials. The essentials are this: lip grips, pliers, a pair of scissors, you need some leader in case you get busted off, and you need whatever lures you're going to take, whether that's hard bodies, plastics, vibes, whatever it is. Just pack those in, okay? So that is all we need. Don't overthink it. Just take the minimum. You'll refine it down over time. Just make sure you're protected from the elements and you are good to go. I've realized why I enjoy wading the flats, and it's because it's like meditation. For us fisher folk, it's like going to a yoga class or something like that. You're out in the creek pretty much by yourself, and there's no devices. You're not standing there playing with your phone. You're not involved with any other rubbish. You're really, really just focused on your fishing. And for us fisher folk, that is absolute heaven. Alright, I hope this one has helped you out. Go enjoy wading the flats. See you fisher folk. You.